Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another weekly reading. Today we're going to get into a reading for the sign of Taurus. Before we get into this, Taurus, I do want to remind you that this is a general reading, meaning not every message shared in today's reading will resonate for every area or aspect of your situation. Please take what resonates and leave what does not. You will know best what fits and what does not. Without further ado, Taurus, we're going to jump right into this. The first card I pulled today, Taurus, will represent your energy for this week. The second card will represent any obstacles that may present themselves to you this week. All right, let's get a card for Taurus's energy this week, please, Spirit. We have the Lion showing up here as your energy for this week. Strong Leo energy coming through this card. This is about nobility, okay? This is about you arriving at a place in your life where you're able to be proud of yourself, regardless of what your outer circumstances look like at the present moment. This is you being proud of everything you've overcome thus far this week, Taurus, especially with the Phoenix at the bottom of the deck. And you got this last week, Taurus. I feel like whatever you had show up with the Phoenix last week, you've overcome it. And so now it's presenting you to be in this energy of the Lion. So you're in this energy of being very proud, very prideful and noble, okay? Okay, so let's get one for your obstacle this week, Taurus. One for Taurus's obstacle this week. Interesting. We have the Earthworm showing up as your obstacle, Taurus. This is about you having faith in your abilities going forward. Okay, whatever you acquired and transformed in the Phoenix energy last week that's allowing you to show up as a lion this week has served its purpose. And so there's no fear or no need for you to fear your abilities and what you're able to accomplish in the earthly realm. Okay, because this life is exactly what you make it. Okay, you can either internalize other people's experiences or create your own. Okay. But the Earthworm's showing up as an obstacle. The Earthworm is about starting that journey, okay, to ultimately becoming the horse. And the horse was your challenge last week. So it's funny that the Earthworm is showing up as the challenge this week when the Earthworm is the starter of the Earth group. So this is about you getting started this week, Taurus, and having faith in your abilities in comparison to other people. That comes from, first of all, stop comparing yourself to other people and other people's experiences, because we all have our own purpose here and our reason for being, okay? And the sooner you're able to tap into that and really gain an understanding of what that means in the grand scheme of things, the sooner you'll be able to combat and overcome this Earthworm energy here. And I apologize, the Earthworm is actually the second animal in the Earth group. But this is about you having found whatever it is you're passionate about. You found it, Taurus. You've already found it, and you've already transmuted a lot of karmic energy. So now you're in the Lion's energy where you're able to stand up pridefully with no shame of where you've come from and what you've overcome, okay? But this challenge of the Earthworm presenting itself to you this week is about you having faith in your abilities, because you may be new starting out on whatever this is, or you may just perceive yourself to not have enough experience or knowledge in this field. And so you may refrain from expressing yourself or sharing your visions with the people around you, or just in general. Okay, and this may relate to any area or aspect of your life. It doesn't necessarily have to be career, but that's what's channeling through here. But I feel like you need to take the reins here, Taurus, is what they're saying to me. Taurus needs to take the reins. Stop doubting yourself. because, like I said, everyone has their own experience and their reason for being. It's time to really take that into consideration and ingest that and try to understand what that means, okay? And what that's going to mean for you and what your purpose is. We do have the shark at the bottom of the deck here. And I do feel like maybe you've been around people, or you have someone in your environment now that you feel you have to compete with. Maybe you perceive this person to have more or be more than you. Maybe this person directly antagonizes you, maybe directly throws shade in your direction. And it may lend to this earthworm energy of you not feeling like you're good enough or like you have enough to accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish here, Taurus. And that's but an illusion. Okay, when people do that, when people project things like that onto us, it's really their insecurity speaking. So this person may appear to have it all together on the surface. Inside, this person is not very secure with themselves, because someone who's secure with themselves does not have to put anyone else down in any way, shape, or form. That's just it, okay? And the sooner you're able to see through things like that, Taurus, the better things will be for you in combating this earthworm energy, this shyness, this hesitancy to share your talents with the world. Let's see here. Taurus. Sorry about that.
2 library cards. There's 2 glasses cards. Do you need one? Because if your glasses break, then guess what? You're going to have to get 2 of these library cards.
Okay, so the shark energy in this deck is actually about hiding things, being afraid of exposure. But whatever the shark is hiding is big, okay? And it needs to be shared. So let me read this to you, because this is pretty interesting, Taurus. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. This card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. Okay, Taurus, and I feel like that energy of the shark is lending to this earthworm energy of you not feeling adequate enough, okay? But whatever this is that you're needing to expose here or share is kind of eating away at you, or poses the potential to eat away at you at some point, okay? And it's only going to build up. That tension will only build up.
This is not shy.
All right, Taurus, we're going to take a card from the Soul's Journey Lessons card deck as your guidance or advice for this week. Stop comparing yourself, Taurus. That's what they're telling you. Take the reins and stop comparing yourself. Okay. So the card we have is adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Okay, this is your guidance for this week, Taurus. You can take the affirmation down. You can take mental note of it or write it down. Doesn't matter. But this, again, it's lending to this energy of you being afraid of not being enough or having enough. But your challenges have been your greatest teacher, Taurus. And we touched on that message in your reading last week. And now you're presenting yourself here in the Lion's energy. Don't lose sight of that, okay? Don't forget that. Your experiences have been your greatest teacher and will continue to be, all right? And so you being in this energy of fearing not being adequate enough is an illusion or a projection of your ego mind. And it's time to quiet that. It's time to quiet the ego and tune into the soul, Taurus. At the bottom of the deck, we have indecision. And this literally says, I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Okay, trusting your intuition and tuning out the ego. All right? The ego is good for what it's good for. But when it comes to making certain decisions in our lives and choosing our life purpose and following our life purpose and doing what makes us happy, it's important to tap into our intuition to gauge what that is, okay? And gauge how it is we're going to get there or arrive at that place, right? It's about tapping into source energy and not forgetting or losing sight of what it is we're here for and what fuels us, what drives us. Okay, and that there's a bigger picture or bigger meaning behind everything we experience in the earthly realm. All right, Taurus, that has been your reading and your guidance for this week. If you liked any of the messages shared in today's reading, I hope you hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share with your friends if you feel guided to, and check me out on another reading. Bye, Taurus.